COD Black Ops, or Call of Duty Black Ops, UK asks, can you give us your YouTube Minecraft world? That would be World 5, the Snowy World, and yes, I can, and yes, I will. In fact, I have pretty much everything in place to do that, and once I make the 100th Minecraft video, which is a couple videos from now in my Minecraft Let's Play, I'll go ahead and either in that 100th video or in the one following it, I will give you guys the link to get the YouTube, the world for my Let's Play here on YouTube. And you guys are free to do with it whatever you want. I mean, if you want to send me pictures and or videos, that'd be awesome to see what you guys do with it. But yeah, I figure if I give you guys the world either on the 100th video or the 101 video, that would be the little special thing I do for the 100th video milestone there. Because I can't really think of anything really spectacular to do in the video itself, but yeah, there you go. And then Super Mr. Cod Freak replies to COD Black Ops UK about that. And yes, I did say that I would give out the world when I got done with the construction, but I'm probably not going to get it done at the 100th video. I'll do some work on it, but I've figured since then, 100th video, you guys deserve something special for sticking through Minecraft for 100 videos. So, yeah, I'll just give out the world then. Thank you for replying though, and paying attention and giving that. That's awesome. Zigos3 asks, what is the most challenging game you have ever played? Probably the most challenging game that I've played, at least in a while, would be Diablo 2. And it hasn't really been recently, of course. Diablo 2 is an old game, and I've had it for a long time, but Diablo 2 was the first PC game that I played that had a lot of controls to it. I mean, beyond the, WASD and the 2 mouse buttons. Because in Diablo 2, you've got all of these abilities, and they're keyed to the number keys or whatever, function keys, and so you've got to keep all that in track, and depending on the class you play in Diablo 2, those abilities you may need to use, one every other second in a fight. Or they may just be passive abilities that you never have to really choose at all, other than ones you want to run in the background. So yeah, that was the most complex game that I've played, probably because it was the first time that I ever had to really get into the whole complex keyboard and mouse control setup scheme. Because up to that point, I've been mostly a console player. I played a few games on the PC, but they were really basic in comparison. So, because I mean, games like Doom, the original Doom games, you hardly even had to aim to shoot the guns. There wasn't hardly any skill involved, really, as far as complex controls goes. So yeah, Diablo 2 is probably the most challenging in that regard. It never was really the hardest game. It was just hard to. There was just a really steep learning curve for me at that point. PC games have gotten much easier for me to play since then. Ravendark666 asks, in hours, what's the longest you have ever gone without sleep? 47.5 hours, give or take a few minutes. But yeah, I'm not exaggerating. It was 47.5 hours. It was back when I was in college, back 8 or 9 years ago now, back in, I think it was spring break of 2002 or 2001, 2002, somewhere in there. We were on a road trip. I was in college in eastern South Dakota, and we were going on a road trip to Indiana. We were going through Chicago, and we had some friends up in Michigan, and then we were going down to Indiana to hang out with some more friends. Well, the night before we left, I should say, I was so excited that I didn't get any sleep at all. I just stayed up. I couldn't sleep at all. I was just so excited for the road trip. We'd been planning it forever. It was just, it was spring break. It was exciting. It was the first time me and my brother and a few friends have ever gone out on our own like that on a big road trip, miles and miles away from home. And so I was really excited. So I didn't get to sleep. So that was a whole, 24 hours there. And then through the whole road trip in the car, I never had to drive, fortunately, but really fortunately towards the end. But all the way there, I couldn't sleep. I'd say about 3/4 of the way into the trip, I wanted to sleep, but I just don't sleep in cars. It just doesn't happen. I mean, I would seriously have to be tired to sleep in a car, and I would literally have to just pass out, just being so exhausted. But yeah. So we get all the way to Indiana eventually, and it's 47 and a half. Well, it's about 47 hours at this point. All over, since I was last asleep. And so by this point I was like, okay, 47 hours, never been awake this long. I'm going to see if I can make it to 50. That was my last fully conscious, awake goal, was to see if I can make it to 50 hours awake. And I would have. I really would have. I was really close to doing it. Like I said, a half hour later, 47 and a half hours into this, there was a bed in the middle of the living room, and like in a little air bed or whatever, or maybe it was just like a mattress or something, but anyway, there was a lot of friends over, so they didn't have enough bedrooms and whatnot, and we were all hanging out there. So anyways, we happened to be hanging out in the living room, and I was standing up somewhere, and I'm already barely physically conscious, and one of my friends happens to back up into me or whatever by accident, because they were all goofing off and stuff. Well, being semi-conscious, I end up falling back down onto the mattress or bed or whatever. I kid you not, the very second that I landed on that bed, I was out. I mean, it was just instant gone. And that was, like I said, 47 and a half hours in. And so yeah, and I slept for like 12, 15 hours or something. It was terrible. I think I got up once, like a couple hours after I'd fallen asleep, because people wanted me to get out of the way. But it was just long enough to get into another bed somewhere, and then I was out again. So yeah, 47 and a half hours. That's the longest I've been without sleep. At least the longest that I've been without sleep that I've been aware of. Now, there have been several times that I've had all-nighters, and I've probably been awake 26 to 30 something hours, but 47 and a half is the longest that I'm pretty sure I've ever been awake. And for the last 7.5 hours, I was conscious on probably the most basic of levels. I wasn't asleep. I was still awake, but I was dead tired. I wasn't really all there. Anyways, that's all the questions that came about in this video. So with that said, let's go back and let's edit this video, and I'm going to, if it'll let me, maybe. Am I not doing it right? Comments! Don't allow comments. Sorry, boys and girls, but you've had your chance to ask your questions. If you didn't get it in, wait for the next time around, either 250 or 300 subscribers. I'll do another one of these Q&A specials, and you can ask your questions then. So we'll save the changes, and questions, comments are no longer allowed, hopefully. Shouldn't be, if it all goes well. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. Hopefully this will all fit in one video. If not, I'll split it into two, like usual. because I know I can ramble on and on. Anyways, yeah. I'm the Good Old Gamer. This has been the answers video to the 200 subscribers special. Now you guys know a little bit more about me, and I look forward to your questions in the future. These were all pretty good questions this time around. Thanks for asking, and hope to see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Probably Minecraft. I think I'm going to go do that now. Anyways, bye for now.